Come on, bro. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it. Take out that swingler. Do it. Do it roar. I'm on this trade at the moment. I'm in GU. I'm in it twice. So let's just see what happens. Just need to let price play out, see what it wants to do. It is approaching, well, New York is at 1:30, well, 1 o'clock-ish. It's now 6 minutes past 12, so we'll see what happens. If my first position can hit TP, I'm only going for one to twos. But if my first position can hit TP before New York, that's fantastic because then I can basically move my second trade to break even. And then I'll be kind of risk off for the day. And it's either going to be a 2% day or it's going to be, yeah, or it's going to be a 4% day. But we'll see. I'm just going to let price do what it wants to do. It's going really slowly. I'm on a 5 minute time frame. So yeah, I'm just going to let everything record and see what happens. But as you see, DXY is on the left, GU's on the right. So we'll see what happens. You have a look at EU. EU's just been rocked into the upside anyway. So yeah, everything's screwing bullish. And also, if I have a look up here, I feel like they're going to take Friday's highs because I think today's Monday. And if I go to the 20-minute time frame, there's a point of interest up here where I think price could go to. So this will be 127,424 is where I think price is going to go to. So it'll be interesting to see what happens later on, either in the day or in the week of where price could go to. But if you have a look here, right, the simple trading, we had breaker structure to the upside, POI, price mitigated it, pushed higher, gave me my little buy entry. I entered before the buy entry just because I looked at price and I was like, it makes sense. Got my buy entry signal, entered in again. So we'll see what happens. Again, anything can happen. There's no major news today. We've got just some new home sales for the dollar coming in at 3 p.m. So maybe at 3 p.m. we get the move up, but I'm only asking for a few pips. So I'm literally asking for 24 pips and 33 pips. And where I think price could go overall is from where price is now, 44 pips away. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to keep the DXY in check. I think the DXY is going to go to 103.091. So if that does happen and I predict both of these, then I'll do the lottery. But yeah, we'll see. Um, it's now 1 o'clock, so I'm guessing not guessing, the volume will start to pick up. There isn't high impact news today, as I said, but I do have a one-to-one call with a student today at 2 p.m. So I'll probably have to catch up with this after that call. But yeah, so far it looks okay. It's still holding bullish structure, so we'll see what happens. But EU, as you can see here, is just continuously riding up. We are getting a bit of a sell-off, but I am expecting this to bounce back and push to the upside. I think GU is doing that now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not a crystal ball guy, so whatever happens, happens. We'll just see what happens next. All right, it's Tuesday morning. The trade yesterday I did lost. It took half I lost. So I lost 0.5% on that trade, but it's now the next day and I'm not in GU. I'm in EU. Got my buy signal on EU. So second trade so far it's winning. See what happens. I'm not going to force anything. Hopefully I get another buy signal like I did on EU but on GU and then potentially into both, but I'm not bothered if I don't. But yeah, so far so good. I'm just letting price do what it wants to do. I'm only after about 17 pips on EU, so fingers crossed it plays out. And hopefully I get something on GU as well, just to sweeten the deal. But we'll see. And just play it smart, reduce my risk where it makes sense, and just let the charts do what the charts do best. Also, I forgot to say yesterday, after the one-to-one call with a student, one of my other students did a beautiful trade. I just want to show you at you may have seen on my Instagram, all that information is down below. But he got a beautiful 3% trade on this. And yeah, absolutely slapped it. 3% first thing in the morning on a 1 minute chart. Absolutely sent it. So super proud of him for that. great stuff, and my team is just crushing. I mean, another student here is past phase one, he's now on phase two. So yeah, it's going awesome at the moment. Obviously, the chat's talking to itself. So if you guys want to be involved, there you go. The same guy got 3%, is now doing EU again in the second trade, which is the same trade I'm in. So yeah, everyone's learning, everyone's crushing. If you want to get involved, join the Facebook group and then message me for details on how to actually get access to it. But yeah, that's it so far. Let's just see what price does. Having a little pullback at the moment, so we'll see. Okay, so that didn't work out. I just closed it. I saw price action keep pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. So I just got out of the trade. So I took a 0.8% loss on EU. So we'll see what happens. Next, you can see the DXY. I don't know. If the DXY starts pushing down from this supply, maybe, but we'll see what happens. GU is just looking a bit ugly at the moment. Don't know what GU is doing, but we've never really got a clean breaker structure because nothing closed above here. So yeah, we just need to sit on my hands and wait, see what happens next. But that could be me done for the day, and I'll come back tomorrow. Okay, it's Wednesday, in a trade at the moment. Let's see where this goes. A bit late to the signal going off for me to get in this trade. If I got in when the signal went off, I would have already won by now. So see what happens. Fingers crossed it plays out well. Okay, so I have reduced my stop loss. Just do that now. See what happens. I think we're near TP. It's just got to cover the spreads. So hopefully it goes down a bit more. It has actually hit my TP on here, but FTMO spreads do widen a little bit when price moves quite a lot. So we'll see. I'm just going to go break even again. So that covers commission. So my break even is roughly here. Just put it in 169. There you go. So if it comes back and stops me out, that sucks because it has actually hit my take profit, but the spreads haven't got me out yet. So hopefully price does push down a little bit further just to get rid of the spreads. Or just so I can get through because of the spreads. Spreads at the moment are fluctuating at between 4 and 6 on EU. So what's that, 0.6 pips spread on EU, which isn't great, but it is FTMO, so it is more reliable than other prop firms. You just got to deal with slightly worse spreads. Like I love bespoke. EU is completely raw spreads, so this would have stopped me out by now. But again, less trustworthy than EU. I mean, than FTMO. So yeah, it's just one of them things. Is you just got to deal with. To be honest, it's out of my control. I just got to play the game. So I'm just gonna. Everything else is looking good. I just need to hang tough and see if it comes down and sweeps that low again. We'll see. I've got no risk on the table now anyway. So I've covered commissions. I just need to write it out. But we have taken out these lows here. So potentially, hopefully, price just comes just a smidge lower. And yeah, does what it needs to do. But we'll see. We will see. I should just messing with my emotions today. But I was late to the game. As I said, I should have already been out by now. So technically, rather than like a 1 to 1.2, I should have been out for a 1 to 2 already. But that's my fault. It is my fault. Just need to see. I mean, if I just put my stop loss to there, then that will be the spreads gone. I mean, my take profit, sorry. We'll see. Just doing a little bit of taking out the lows, now having a funny reaction sort of vibe going on at the moment. But hopefully we keep closing below the lows and then keep pushing to the downside. This black line here on the right hand side is those lows, which I was targeting. As you can see, price is shot through. So it's clear liquidity sweep. So hopefully price does come down a little bit. maybe does some accumulation and then pushes the upside. I'm not entirely sure. Everything at the moment is bearish. I just need to protect my ass because price can easily just shoot back up because at the end of the day, my stop loss is only probably about 4 pips away. So it doesn't take a lot of movement to turn this winning trade into a break even. But you just gotta sit on your hands and do nothing. Just let price do what it wants to do. But it is London Open, hence the volatility kicking in at the moment is, well, 10 to 9. Hopefully price just does something like this. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna leave that mark up there if it's not too annoying. Let me know in the comments, obviously, but we'll see. It's Wednesday, so the news today, for the dollar anyway, is at 113. It's GDP, so quite high impact. So hopefully it does move to the downside first before going up to the upside. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, forgotten where I was meant to. Just put stop loss in the same spot. Right now, price almost went over a 1 to 2. So yeah, it should have went out, way out. But should have got up faster, essentially. That's what should have happened. But spreads are now gone back to 0.3, 0.4, fluctuation between 0.3 and 0.4. So hopefully it does what it needs to do. It takes me out. Come on, bro. Yes, do it. Do it. Do it. Take out that swing low. Do it. Do it roar. It's messing with me, people. It's messing with me. It's just the market's 101. Come on. You know you've done it. Don't spread your spreads now. Do it for the people. I might manually close this. I'm hovering over the button, people. We all know how that feels. I'm out. I close the trade. I close the trade. Yep, got my 1% for the day. That's Wednesday done. I could have done GU as well today, but hey ho, I missed that one. And this is my prediction on DXY. So yeah, potentially 3% today, but I got 1, so that counts. Right, I got my cheeky 1%. I'm coming back tomorrow. Wednesday's done, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so I've got to fill my day with something. All right, it's Thursday morning. It's been ranging for most of Asian and London session, but I've just got into this trade. Let's see what happens. Hopefully go for a nice just over a 1-to-1. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So far it's looking good, but we'll see. I'm expecting some sort of pullback in this area, which is what's happening right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If it loses, I'll move on and come back tomorrow. If it wins, great, I'll come back tomorrow. I am expecting price to take out this high. So if I look on the 5-minute time frame, this is yesterday's high. So I think price might want to come up, take this high first, continuing the bullish trend. So if price gets over my TP is just above it. But we'll see. Hopefully that does happen. It does look like it's going to do that at the moment. If you have a look at the moment, you can see price liquidated Asian sweep, pushed higher, broke structure, came down again, and now we're going up again. So in my head, we are now continuing the bullish trend. Something like this, maybe. Who knows? But time will tell, and we'll see what happens next. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing at the moment on the 5-minute, and obviously I'm confirming that on the 1-minute. But we'll see. We will see. All right, so it's now 10 to 11. Price is basically just ranging on me. It's pretty ugly. It has just came into this order block down here. So it could reject. I mean, well, if this trade loses, then I've got the trade wrong. As simple as that. So if this breaks down here, then I'm wrong and I'm out the trade, and that's me done for the day, and I'll come back tomorrow. But yeah, price action today has been slow, it's been choppy. It's just, yeah, it's ugly, absolutely ugly. But again, I'll keep you updated. Okay, I'm probably gonna get out of the trade here. To be honest, it's not doing what to do. If we look on the 1 minute time frame, we are now completely flipping the trend. We have closed below the 200. We have retested it and we're rejecting it again. So for me, I'm just going to close the trade here and take a, let's have a look. Put T4 back on. The reason why you can't see MT4 in here is because it's a PC over there on a laptop, and this is just Windows. So I'm going to take a 0.9% loss. Closed. Yeah. So I got out 0.9% loss for today. As it happens, it is what it is. We'll move on. I'm going to come back tomorrow and see what we get. All right, I said I wasn't going to get in again, but I can see the sells moving to the downside clearly because I was wrong in the buy, so I flipped the sells. And yeah, I'm in this one now. Going to be a 1 to 2 if it works out. So it'll be a 1% profit for the day. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated, but hopefully this hits TP before 3 or 1 o'clock ish. I mean, it's 12:15 now. I'd like to be out of this before 1:30, to be honest, because obviously we have some, let me just refresh it. We have some high impact news for the USD. So it's kind of, I'm trading euro dollar. So it's kind of one of them things of, I'd rather be out before that. So I'm only after 12 pips. Let's see what happens. I got another very good structure to the downside. So it does give me some hope. But again, price can do what it wants to do. But so far, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So hopefully this is just going to be a new lower high and then continue on lower. But yeah, time will tell, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so I'm in the trade. I'm just going to move my stop loss to break even. Because it is now 1 o'clock. I'm still in the trade. It isn't great, but well, I'm not going to move to the break even. I'm just going to reduce risk, to be honest. So it's just a minimized loss. So my stop loss is here. It's at 31. That's where my stop loss is. So we'll see what happens. We have a breaker structure. We have a liquidity sweep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just let me get rid of that so you can kind of see what's going on. But I do believe that price probably wants to come down. If I go to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that 5-minute OB was violated. And I feel like it might be coming down, fill IPA, and potentially fill this 15-minute or lock down here. So that's what I think price could go. It depends if I can survive to that point. Very different thing of predicting where price can go and surviving the trip. But yeah, time will tell. So far, so good. Reduced risk. And now I've only got like 0.36. Yeah, 0. Yeah, call it 0.37% at risk. So obviously with my 0.85 technically loss already. I can't really do the maths in my head, but let me just do 0.85 plus 0.36. So potentially if all goes wrong today, I'll lose 1.2%. But if all goes right, maybe 2 plus, sorry, minus 0.85. So I'll be up 1.1%. So call it 1% really. If this wins, that's fine because obviously 1% yesterday, 1% today. I was down collectively 1% Monday and Tuesday, so I'll be up 1% for the week. And if I can do 1% tomorrow, that's 2% in a week. I'm perfectly happy with that. 2% in a week is great. Do that once a week, then you're up for 8% for the month. And most phase one challenges can do is 8% in the month, unlike FTMO, which is 10%. So, but yeah, 8% a month is just insane, right? Again, 1 to 2% a week is all you need. If this is it, great. So yeah, just gonna sit and wait. I don't know how many pips I gotta go. Let's have a look. where price is now. Literally like 4 pips away. So I'm gonna try and I'll try and entertain you. But when price hits this line, then I'm out. But again, as you know, with FTMO and their spreads, when price moves a lot, so do their spreads. So it's not the best. It is on EU, so I can't really get much tighter spreads. I mean, at the moment, they are fluctuating between 0.4 or 0.3 to 0.5 at the moment. But we'll see, because obviously New York opens properly in at 1:30. It's now 4 minutes past 1 at the moment, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, but hopefully it doesn't take a long time to get down there. But looking how price is acting, I probably could move SL slightly above there and just protect myself. So my stop loss is now roughly here. Just double check. 299. There you go. So yeah, well now if all goes tits up, then I just lose 0.8 for the day. So we'll just see, just move that across because it's a bit in the way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll rather just take off the table now. I could just close it now and just be break even for the day, but potentially what could happen, something like this. But we'll wait and see. All right, so price reversed. It stopped me out at break even. So that's it. That's me done for the day. It's like a smidge profit, but yeah, it's basically break even. So yeah, I am done for the day. Down 0.85% on a Thursday, which is fine. Move on till tomorrow and see what happens. All right, it's Friday, and yeah, nothing really stood out for me today. It's just kept ranging. We had this really bad consolidation. Then during Euro CPI data coming out, we had this huge wick up, push down. I was thinking, okay, cool. Potentially price may only react in this area. It hasn't. It's just blasted through. So I got no potential entry signals for the downside. So yeah, no trades for me at all today. I'm just going to come back next week and look for better opportunities. What I did notice though about this trading style is I've learned a few things. So for me personally, any stop losses that are greater than 10 pips, I will not be taking. I've noticed that my success rate is a lot higher with trades that are lower than 10 pips. So for example, on for yesterday's trade, I was in this position up here, which it was roughly from here to here. So it's a 15 pip stop. I realized if I waited a bit, there was a better entry. And again, obviously just by going for 1-2s, which I should have done on Wednesday, which I didn't do, but I should have done. As you can see, by me just trailing the lows or following the 1 minute structure, I would have walked away of 0.4%. So that was a lesson learned yesterday, going back through the data, which is why it's so important to do so. If you have a look at yesterday, Wednesday's trade where I got 1-1, if I just held for a 1-2 and stuck with that, then it would have been perfectly fine. I know I entered in slightly later, so it was roughly down here where I entered. So easily still a 1-2 that could have happened. And if by me just trailing the highs, I would have been fine. I wouldn't have been stopped out prematurely. So that's something that I learned massively. Tuesday, either way, I played it completely fine. It just didn't work out. It was just a losing trade. And we walked away with, I think, like 0.9% down for the Tuesday. Monday, I was trading GU, but missed this opportunity on EU. EU was a beautiful 1-2. So again, it's focusing on 2 pairs. So now I'm just going to focus on one pair only, which is EU. It moves nicer. It moves closer to the DXY. So that's something I will like to compare price against. But again, so hindsight, going back over the data, could have walked away with 3.5% this week. Well, let me add up my days of what I've done this week, and I'll put a screenshot up now so you can see it all. But yeah, so next week's gonna be good. It's still mapped out again. It's refined again. And overall, by going through the data and learning from what I did and didn't do and what I could have done, it's only going to make my trading better. But yeah, so no trades for the day. I'm going to come back Monday, see what opportunities we get, and hopefully we get a nice cleaner market. And if we get the same start to this week, like we did, same start to next week as we've done this week, that'll be great. Because again, 3.5% in a week is fantastic. My goal is only like 1 or 2%. So yeah, overall, if you enjoyed these style of videos, let me know in the comments because I really enjoy making them. It's kind of like real life for trading rather than all the stuff you see, which is like hindsight. So, like, I can draw up an SMC style chart in replay mode and make it look amazing and make it sound like I know exactly what's going on and when it's happening. But when it's live and your emotions are involved and there's money involved, um, it's a completely different ball game. So I like these style videos because it's just raw. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing. It's just how it is. Monday to Friday, how most traders trade. It's real life. It's not BS. It is this. I'm in the fields. This is what it's like. So if you guys want to get into trading, and you see it all glamorous, it's not. This is reality. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, let me know because I want to continue doing this sort of content. It's kind of easy for me to do to stay consistent with rather than try and come up with a video idea or content idea and then just repeat everything that everyone has already said on YouTube before. I'd rather just give you my raw experience of the charts on a daily basis and how I'm tackling it and going through it in a funded environment. So yeah, if you enjoy it, let me know. I'll see you next week.